If you are a med spa or aesthetic clinic owner, I want you to pay attention to, what I'm going to be covering in this presentation and what I'm about to tell you, because after consulting and helping hundreds of clinics with their digital marketing strategies, generating millions of dollars in revenue, I can tell you that 90% of clinics, when they buy these high-end devices, they make a couple very costly mistakes when it comes to their digital marketing, and it's costing them tens of thousands of dollars every single month. Now, I know this because I see it happening every day. Not only have I actually hired device reps, so I've seen the ins and outs of these devices, but I consult anywhere from 10 to 15 med spas and aesthetic clinics every single day, and as well as telemedicine clinics who are looking to expand their peptides. So I want to share with you what we did, right? And it was very similar. The same problems I see happening are what was happening with a client that we took over. They were spending about $10,000 per month on marketing, and they weren't making anything, right? They were getting zero results from that. What do I mean by that? They were breaking even. And this was after 6 months, right? Breaking even month 1, maybe month 2, that's acceptable as long as you're scaling and trending in the right direction. But this was 6 months, right? And within 6 months of us coming in and fixing these mistakes, we were able to take them from about $35K per month in revenue to over $125K in recurring revenue, a 400% increase, almost 400% increase in their revenue, which is very significant. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make $50K per month from your high-end device, and what most clinics, what they're getting wrong with their marketing, and the mistakes that I'm seeing, and how you can fix these mistakes so you can start generating results, right? Now, who am I? So a little bit about myself, Daniel Walton. I'm the founder of Patient Acquisition. I would argue that we are the best digital marketing strategist in the space. We are a digital marketing strategist. We're not just a lead gen company. So I want to clear that there's a lot of very cheap marketing companies that can run these cheap lead gen campaigns, but you have a high-end device. Why are you going to spend, you're going to spend $200K on a device and then complain about spending $5,000 on marketing? That doesn't really make sense to me. So you need a strategist like us. We've helped hundreds of clinics scale. In the last year, I've helped 4 clinics scale to an 8-figure run rate, of course, all profitably. We've actually helped one client scale to 9 figures. We helped them do that in about 16 months from starting. So these are strategies that work today. Most companies you work with, they're teaching outdated strategies that don't really work, that don't generate the revenue that you need. You have a very expensive device. You need to be making $50,000 per month from these devices. I would say at least $30,000, because you factor in $5,000 or $6,000 in financing, $5,000 to $6,000 in marketing fees to somebody like myself that can help it, $5,000 to $6,000 in advertising fees. You're looking at $15,000 in costs. You can't be making less than 30 grand from this device. If you're not making 30 grand from this device, you might as well not have this. So in this video, I'm going to break down everything. How to make $50K per month from your high-end devices, and how you can do that today, because marketing is always evolving. Okay, now what I see most businesses do when they lose money, most businesses, they actually lose money on these devices, right? A couple key stats here. Now, keep in mind, I have hired an actual device rep for one of the largest, if not the largest, medical aesthetic device manufacturer in the space. I'm not going to mention them. They do have a bad rep, and there are some really bad companies out there, but there are also some really good companies out there. Okay. 30% of med spas, they fail within the first year. Why is that? They get the wrong marketing, probably marketing and operations. Buying the wrong device at the wrong price is the top reason for med spa bankruptcy. Most clinics, they buy a device and they never make money on it. They're never profitable, and they really are losing money on these devices. And I'm sure you guys have heard reps say, if you buy this device, you're going to have a line of people out the door to come in and get these treatments. That's just not true. Okay. Anybody who tells you that, I would discredit them, and I wouldn't trust that person, right? The only thing that's ever going to get you a line of people out the door, the only thing that's going to get people in your door is effective marketing, right? And this is the biggest mistake. The number one mistake that I see most businesses do when they buy these devices is they think it's going to get patients in the door. It will never do that. Now, it is a revenue stream if you have the right marketing in place. And I get it, right? I'm a business owner. I've spent a lot of time thinking about the right product, but there is no right product without the right marketing first. Okay. Now, the top reasons that these devices end up burning money instead of printing money, these should be printing money for you. The reasons: their inability to sell packages. Their team isn't trained or ready to sell packages. They don't know how. Poor budgeting. They weren't sure. That they thought, okay, well, if this is costing me $5 or $6 grand a month, all I got to do is cover that. And then 2 or 3 months that now they haven't even made a couple $1,000s off of it. They've sold maybe one treatment and they don't have the budget. Bad financing on the device. They're overpaying. Lack of staff training, and then market competition and oversaturation, right? With one of the device company reps that I hired, within walking distance from where I live, I'm filming at my apartment in Newport Beach right now. Within walking distance from me, there's I'm not kidding, anywhere between 20 to 40 med spas, and they all have the same device. So how do you stand out from that? You need good marketing, right? Poor and inconsistent marketing being the probably the top reason that these devices don't print the money that they should be. So there's different types of paid advertising solutions. I'm just going to cover all of them. And for the sake of this presentation, we're going to focus on marketing because that's why you hire me. And if we focus on marketing, let's go back to this slide. Marketing's going good marketing, great marketing, not just lead gen, not just basic $2,000 marketing plan, right? That's not good marketing. A good marketing strategist like myself, I won't take on a project that doesn't pay me, well, aside from like our blueprinted systems, but if somebody reaches out to me and it's like, hey, Daniel, I need you to take this, I need at least a $20,000 retainer plus rev share if it's not something like this that we do all day, every day. And the reason for that is I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to make a business a lot of money. So these cheap marketing plans, they're not going to work for you. You need something that is actually great marketing. Great marketing is going to help your ability to sell packages. It's going to make up for your poor budgeting because you're going to have more cash flow. It's going to make up for your bad financing because you have more money. It's going to make up for your lack of sales training because marketing's doing the job. It's not just an offer. Now you're 100% dependent on a salesperson to spend, 10, 20, 30 minutes getting them into the door, just talking with them over the phone, and then hours of follow-up and all this. It's going to make up for all of it. And then of course, it's going to allow you to stand out from your competition because people do go look at your business. People do want to consume your content. And obviously it's going to make up for poor and inconsistent marketing. So the different types of paid advertising solutions. Obviously, you got Google. Now, Google's very expensive. It's hit and miss depending on the device and the market. So if you need help with Google or you're not sure, we can definitely help you with that. Reach out to my team at Patient Acquisition on Instagram. I believe the link is in the description. You can always connect with me on Instagram. I'm very active on my social media. Yelp is social proof, right? You're not going to get acquisition from Yelp. Think of like Amazon reviews, right? You don't go and determine like what product you're going to buy, like scrolling through a bunch of Amazon reviews. No, you're like, I need to buy laundry detergent and I'm going to go look for the best, like cleanest laundry detergent. And then you find the products and you're like, this one has good reviews. This one has, it's more of social proof, right? But you don't decide what to buy based off of product reviews. And the radio and TV, guys, we're in the digital age. Okay. These are dead. Now, if you're in a market that's working, great, keep doing that. Don't ever stop something that's working. But in most metro areas, most big cities, it just doesn't work. The average American spends 2.3 hours per day. That's 2 hours and 20 minutes per day scrolling on social media every single day. If you're not investing heavily in learning these skills that I'm showing you, or paying somebody like myself who's investing in these skills, you're eventually going to be out of business. I promise you that. You need to be fully committed to social media. And that is going to make you millions of dollars, if not tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars, as we have done with 4 clients in just the last 12 months. Okay. Direct mail, not direct response, direct mail, not effective for clinics. That's going to be great for like, oil changes, things that are just like very common service-based businesses, something like that. But social media is going to be the best single greatest investment you can make. And it is an investment, right? You can pay with your time or you can pay with your money. If you don't have the money, you're going to have to pay with your time. You're going to have to learn these things yourself. I would not advise you hiring a $2,000 per month lead gen company because they're not going to be able to implement this stuff. They wouldn't make money on it. So that's why they can't do it, right? I know it. There's hard costs associated with this. And I'm going to break down all of that stuff for you. But you need somebody who really understands this. Now, there are some more traditional paid marketing solutions, but they just fall short in a privacy digital world, right? What are those types of paid, more traditional marketing services, right? Your lead gen advertising company. I stopped doing this. Now, I'm not saying lead gen doesn't work. Lead gen works great, but it's very dependent on sales and operations and having aggressive offers. And it also relies on old strategies. So if you don't have the budget to work with us, we actually teach you all the strategies. It's going to be way better than hiring a lead gen company. Now, it will require some of your time, right? About an hour to two a week, and we'll help you. We'll walk you through all of it. You'll have way better campaigns set up than any lead gen company from hiring us to help you coach you and teach you all this stuff. Now, lead gen companies, how do you know you've got a lead gen company? Well, it's going to be coupon style advertising, right? Look at this right here. You've got this Jar Lift, $49.99. That's a coupon style ad. Very discounted services. We're going to give them in, and then it's up to our sales team to upsell them. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I've helped clinics scale, but it's very sales team dependent. And it's not great for high ticket devices. If you paid $200K for your device, good luck. Don't even waste your money on something like that. It's going to attract cheap Groupon style shoppers. And it worked really great before privacy policy updates, which I'm going to cover all of this. I'm going to tell you why this doesn't work as good, right? You used to be able to convert 10, 20, 30% of these leads. Now, we have some lead gen campaigns that are converting that high, but we have really good marketing. Okay. Now, most marketing agencies, they're content with getting like 2 or 3% conversion. When did that become a standard? The other types of traditional, you have organic social media. Not knocking it. Organic social media is very important. But the problem, if you're just getting started, is it can take years to see a return on investment. And to be honest, unless you're spending $8,000 to $12,000 on a month on a social media manager, they're probably not that great. They probably would be the bottom of the totem pole at my agency, learning more from me than they're able to help me, right? So generally, these are entry-level college positions. They're good at creating aesthetic content, but that doesn't mean anything. You need sales, you need conversions. And it takes somebody who understands human psychology, understands these platforms, right? We're a TikTok partner. We're a TikTok shop partner. Like, we don't get that because we don't know content. I contract thousands of content creators a month, okay, to put it in sheer numbers. We see a lot of content. We know content very well. And dollar for dollar, organic social media will never compare to ads. Paired with the right ad strategy, though, you're going to dominate. You're going to win. And it is very good, but I see a lot of businesses, they spend $5,000 a month on a social media manager. That's $60,000 a year. You give me $60,000, I'm going to turn that into at least $150K, right? You work with me a couple months, we're going to turn that into millions of dollars, millions, right? Because it self-generates. So SEO, long time frame to get results. I'm not saying don't do it, but it's just not the best way. Like, that's a long-term play. Crack paid ads first. You're going to get significant lift in your revenue, and less and less people are just using Google, right? I don't even use Google for really anything except looking up restaurants or local businesses. If I want to look up some information on something, I'm going to AI. I'm going to YouTube. I'm going to social media. And AI is completely changing the landscape. We even teach you how to leverage AI in your business if you join one of my coaching programs. Now, existing digital marketing agencies, they're using outdated strategy. Most of them are using strategies that used to work. That's like saying, hey, I want to play basketball. I'm joining a league. I'm looking for somebody to be on my team. I want to win. Well, I used to win, but I don't anymore. Well, why are you using strategies that used to work? And the reason for that is they bought some course that worked in 2018, 2019, 2021. And I'm telling you, I'm going to show you exactly why. So keep watching. And I'm going to break down exactly. They're content with 1% to 3% conversion rate. Since when was that an acceptable standard of conversion? 40% show rates or less even on some of these appointments. That's crazy. Like, they have appointments, and I've spoke with clinics. They're like, yeah, we have a 10% show rate. And of the ones that show, we convert 90%. I'm like, what? 10%? How is that acceptable? It requires coupon-based marketing, which is not good if you have high-end, like hundreds of thousands of dollars in devices. And oftentimes these outdated strategies, these existing marketing agencies you might be working with, they're blaming your sales team, right? That's a sales issue, right? But marketing should make up for that. And they're running campaigns that, if you work with us, within 3 months, you can completely fire them and you'll be able to be more profitable. You can do that. And honestly, you could probably learn this stuff in one weekend if you actually just put your head down and probably spent 4 or 5 hours watching a couple of YouTube videos. So why doesn't it work? Here's why paid ads normally fail. So this is the privacy and tracking regulation timeline here from 2018 till 2024. A lot of changes. I'm not going to go into all of these, but 2018, user consent for data collection. That started in the EU. 2019, Apple Intelligent Tracking Prevention. Limits cross-site tracking. Challenged advertisers. It made our job very hard. Google, 2020. Third-party cookie phase out by 2022. Now they pushed it back. It's going to be 2025. Cookies are going to be gone forever. If you don't know what cookies are, they're little tracking code. They're little tracking things that go on your website. And it is what we use to know who to target. 2021 was the big one. That was when Apple said tracking transparency, which required user consent for app tracking. Now you get a device. I don't want apps to track me. It makes it way harder. Simply put, marketers have less and less data, and we're in the business of statistics. Well, some marketers have less data. If you know how to set up your campaigns right, if you know what to do right, you don't need that data. We don't need that offsite data. So what I want to show you, I'm introducing something truly revolutionary. It's the future of digital marketing. It's called pixel-free marketing. Now, before you guys who know about pixels go crazy, or any marketing agency, they don't use pixels. We use pixels. Okay, we're using all the strategies that your marketing agency is using. I don't mean to sound pretentious when I talk either, and I know sometimes that can come off that way. But we just have a lot of data, right? We're seeing so much more data than everybody. We have clients under management that are spending 7 figures a month. Most agencies you work with aren't even spending that in a year. So we're just getting way more data. And I'm not trying to diminish the results or bash any of the stuff that you're doing, but this is truly revolutionary. And it's only because we manage very large budgets. Okay. So what is our pixel-free marketing? It's the first ever clinic marketing strategy that's going to drive significant revenue without relying on discounting your services. This is going to be great for high ticket offers, 2,000 more, right? So if you have any high ticket offer, this is going to be really good for you. This doesn't just work on clinics and aesthetics. Any high ticket offer, this is going to be really good. It's going to be a breakthrough for if you're getting low lead conversion rates, if you're getting like 1 to 3%, 5%, even 10%, right? Whatever your lead conversion rate is, it's going to be able to improve it. And it's less dependent on your ability to sell packages. It's going to improve your package sales rate, drastic improvements on your show rates. We've immediately, within a month of implementing these strategies, doubled show rates from new clients that we started working with. And you're going to see a significant improvement. We're seeing on average about a 20 to 30% improvement in the upsells. So meaning if you were getting 10% upsell, meaning somebody came in, let's say for a $199 intro offer, right? First time patient special, $199 hydrofacial, whatever it is. And then normally you sold 10%. So if we send in 10 people and one person upsold and they bought Botox or filler, 1 out of the 10 people, that's a 10% upsell rate. What we're seeing is a 20 to 30% increase in that. So that might take you from that one upsell to 2 upsells or 3 upsells. So significant improvements in that. And that's how you're really going to be profitable. Now, what exactly is a pixel-free marketing strategy? We invented that term. So, just to be clear, that's what we call it, because essentially we're not reliant on this data off the platform. We're harnessing the built-in AI of these platforms. Lack of off-platform data, it's forced these apps to get better, to get smarter, and they've now started providing us advertisers on-platform analytics. We're just looking at the data. We're just looking at the stuff that they provide us. They tell us everything we need to know. Watch time, engagement, all of this. The AI, so this is we're a Facebook partner as well. The rep at Facebook said the AI is so smart, it actually looks at what color shirts you like. So if you buy black shirts, it's going to show you ads with black shirts in it. So you might have heard some people say like targeting's dead, which I mean, to an extent it kind of is, but it's not in a way, because the creative is now the targeting. So essentially what we're doing is the AI in these social media platforms has evolved. We're leveraging that. AI is trained to show you more of the content that you engage with. It looks at everything, watch time, likes, shares, everything you've ever done as a user. It knows that. And we're leveraging that data against to get in front of the right audiences. And how do we do it? So we have two strategies. The cookie jar strategy, as I said, cookies are gone. You put your hand in the cookie jar, you have no cookies, right? There's no data for you to pull out of. Well, we don't need cookies, right? We're still able to do this. So that's why we call it the cookie jar strategy. And the blitzing strategy, this is a great strategy. I'm going to break this down a little bit here. This is more advanced. This is what we plug in. And if you're in my coaching program, I'll show you all this stuff. But it allows you to align your efforts with the user experience. And the platforms, they're going to reward us for actions by giving us lower CPM. So I'm going to click away real quick just so you can see this. And I'm going to break down this chart here. So you can see video plays at 100%. This column right here, 100%. That's video plays. It tells us, you can see in this campaign, 5,000 people watched 100% of the video. That's data. I can leverage that data. That's how we're able to get this. What exactly is pixel-free marketing? This is a strategy we use in your clinic. If you work with us, it's a content-first approach. So we're going to be content heavy. This is why it's more expensive. We need more content. It's a content-first approach. Then we used advanced targeting and retargeting strategies that improves the show rate. It improves the conversion rate. It improves the upsell rate. Obviously, we build out customized CRMs. You don't need a CRM. We build all of that out for you. We do everything for you. All you got to do is show up, get us connected to your pages. That's it. That's all you do. You have an onboarding call. We connect everything. We get everything going. And then you just start closing deals, right? You're going to see significant improvements in your conversion rates, your sales rates, your upsells, all of it. People are going to be like, hey, I'm ready to go. What do I need to do? And what does this do, right? What does the pixel-free marketing do for you? Well, it results in incredible return on investment. Now, what exactly is a content-first strategy? So, as I said, we contract thousands of creators a month. I have 2 agencies. We do TikTok Shop, right? Which is that alone. Some brands, we're contracting hundreds a week of content creators. We work directly with your team, social media managers, influencers, and UGC creators to create better content. Content is the key. Content is so important. Attention is the most desired resource in the digital age. We are in the digital age, but we don't care about views. We don't care about virality. We care about conversions. The only thing that matters is conversions. Good context is going to be the crux of this strategy. And we've tested thousands of content types, thousands. I mean, we're seeing data at scale. So we know what works. And what we found is actually pretty surprising. There's only 3 particular types of content that drive maximum revenue for you. So you can see one of our clients here, some of these, right, 15,000 views to a piece of content that was specifically created for this purpose, one of these 3 particular types of content. Now, our advanced targeting strategies. As I said, we have our blitzing strategy and we have our cookie jar strategy. Depending on where your business is at, will determine which one we're going to leverage. Now, this is great for your high ticket devices. That's why I'm breaking this down, because a high ticket device, if you didn't know, it takes 10 to 20 impressions to drive a conversion. What does that mean? They have to see you 10 to 20 times before they even want to buy from you. It's known as the familiarity bias effect. And if you look at this chart, scrolling down at the bottom here, it goes 0 to 20. And as you get closer to 20, they have a very strong preference of buying from you. As they're less closer to 0, they don't want to buy from you. And here's how you can find out what your campaigns are at. So if you go into your manager, your ads, actually, I'll show you right now. If you go into your ads, look at this, the frequency right here, 1.37, 1.16. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna open up another tab so I can show you exactly with my campaign. Now, I just turned it off because we're launching some new ads. But I will show you. You can see what this looks like. When we blitz them, this campaign has 45 videos. So that's what I mean by it's a content first strategy. And if you scroll down here at the bottom, here we go, frequency. So in the last, this is over a month, so this is a little bit down, but let's say, let's go like a 7-day window. Okay, there we go. So the last 7 days, right? We changed out some creative. So over the last 7 days, right? 18 accounts reached, right? So when you look at that, like if you have a calendar window that's 7 days out, right? Meaning they can book from your ads within 7 days. You're only hitting them most times like this, right? Go look at your ads, go do a 7 day window. You'll see like 1.4. What does this mean? Frequency. How many times did they see your ad before they did the response, right? Per account, 1.4 on average times viewed per account. So that means people saw your content 1.4 times per account. What we're setting up is this 18 times per account. So let's go back to this presentation, right? We need to be in this at least 10 up here to 20 is the goal. We want them to see your content 20 times. Now, what does this do when we blitz them like that? It decreases sales resistance. It improves conversion rates. It improves show rates. What do I mean by blitzing, right? Well, blitzing is normally in football, there's a handful of people that run toward the quarterback. Blitzing is there's more people are bombarding them. So we're bombarding them with more of your content and we're hitting them with it. That's why we call it blitzing. And this is the old way, right? If you look at these campaigns, here's another screenshot. This was from one of our clients, right? They were doing a Botox campaign, 2.4 average, 2.49 was the average time that somebody saw an ad per account, or their content per account. And you look at our new way, this one had 18. It's just like listening to a song. More exposure equals more liking. The more you listen to a song, generally the better it gets, right? Your first time listening, you're like, I'm not that hyped on it. Drake's album, it's okay. Then you listen to a few more times, you're like, I'm starting to like this. Then after some repetitions, like, this song is really good. And it might not be Drake. I listen to all types of music, but I know Drake is big, especially with a lot of girls out there. So the more repetitions we get, the more likely they are to buy from you. And we're doing that. We're using two strategies, one on the front end, our cookie jar strategy, and then blitzing strategy. We're using that once we get a lead, once we get a schedule. And what we're seeing is more lead conversions, more people signing up, more upsells. And what does that mean for you? That means more revenue. That means less time chasing down leads. That means less time dealing with no-shows. And if that's what you want, make sure to reach out to us, fill out an application. If you're qualified, we will help you. If you're not qualified, we'll tell you, hey, look, we don't think we can help you for whatever reason it is. Simply, maybe you just don't have the money to spend with us yet, right? We want to make sure that you are putting enough budget to cover our costs, to cover your machine costs, to cover the cost of advertising. And what we're going to do is we're going to present all of that to you. We're going to break down like all the numbers. It's just math. It's not complex. Hey, here's what it's going to cost. Here's your acquisition cost. Here's how we're going to get there. Here's how much you need to spend to hit these numbers. So we're just going to do the math for you, and we're going to help you guys scale. And if you can't afford to work with us, still reach out to us. I do have a coaching offer. As I said, I will teach you guys exactly these strategies. And these are great for people who either don't have the money, but they have the time. The clients that we work with are generally already 7-figure businesses. They're already proven in something. And now they need somebody that they know that's a reliable solution. And that's what we can do. We have a lot of data. We manage our clients spending over, our active clients, we have clients spending over $1 million a month right now on marketing campaigns. So we just see significantly more data. And then we know content very well. And in this digital age, this privacy first age, you need to focus on content because you need to keep these people on the platform consuming your content. And our strategies are set up to do that.